The center group's 2S-7M Malka self-propelled artillery system destroyed an AFU gun in the Krasnoarmysk direction. Reconnaissance UAV operators detected a camouflaged 2S-7 Pion gun of the Ukrainian armed forces, hidden in a forest belt. After receiving the coordinates, the artillery crew opened fire and destroyed the enemy gun at a distance of over 20 kilometers. In the quiet lanes of Pokrovka's private sector, Ukrainian soldiers regrouped, hidden among homes, shielded by civilian infrastructure. But Russian reconnaissance had already marked the coordinates. Then came the strike. A coordinated artillery barrage, calculated down to the meter, landed with brutal precision. The blast shattered rooftops, collapsed dugouts, and eliminated the AFU group in seconds. The footage shows smoke rising over residential blocks. Proof of reach, proof of accuracy. No drones, no armor, just coordinates and calibrated destruction. In the contested zone near Prison, a French-made Caesar 155mm self-propelled howitzer rolled into position. Its crew prepared for a strike, coordinates loaded, barrel elevated, ammunition stacked. But they weren't alone. Russian reconnaissance had tracked the movement. A loitering munition, likely a Zala Lancet, was already circling overhead, waiting for the moment. That moment came, as the Caesar settled into firing posture, the drone dove. A direct hit. The explosion was violent. Ammunition cooked off, the chassis split, the crew eliminated instantly. Smoke rose from the wreckage, marking the end of a NATO-supplied artillery piece. Footage released shows the Caesar engulfed in flame, its mobility and firepower erased in seconds. This wasn't just a strike. It was a message. Russian loitering munitions, fiber-optic guided, jam-resistant, and brutally accurate, continue to redefine counter-battery warfare. The battlefield is no longer about who fires first. It's about who sees first. And in this war, the sky sees everything. In the Sumy direction, the Zala reconnaissance team from the Rubicon Center detected an APKWS-equipped air defense missile system mounted on a DAF truck, 47 kilometers from Luhansk. Based on the targeting data, the system was struck by a Lancet loitering munition. The target was successfully destroyed. Russian troops continued their advance toward Konstantinovka, destroying and setting fire to enemy equipment along the way. According to footage from the front line, Russian reconnaissance drones had been closely monitoring Ukrainian troop movements and vehicle positions before launching a series of precision strikes. Using advanced FPV drones and loitering munitions, operators successfully hit multiple armored vehicles and supply trucks, causing massive explosions and fires that illuminated the battlefield. These strikes not only destroyed key Ukrainian assets but also disrupted their logistics and defensive coordination. The operation demonstrates the growing tactical advantage of Russian forces through the effective integration of unmanned aerial systems in combined arms warfare. Russian forces deploy fiber-optic FPV drones, wired for control, immune to jamming, and deadly in silence. Their targets: a Ukrainian Kozak armored vehicle and a fortified AFU position. The drone operator guides the quadcopter low through debris and brush. No signal loss, no interference, just a live feed and a locked target. The Kozak is parked near a tree line, camouflaged, but not hidden. The drone slips under branches and detonates against the hull. The blast sends shrapnel across the clearing. Minutes later, another drone threads through a trench network, finding a dug-in AFU position. The explosion is captured in full. Sandbags tossed, fighters scrambling. The Russian Aerospace forces launched coordinated strikes deep into Ukrainian-held territory, targeting key airfields used by elite units. In Rodinsk, the 5th Battalion of Ukraine's 14th Special Operations Brigade had fortified an airfield, used for drone launches, rapid deployment, and covert resupply. ASU-34 rour do overhead. Then came the drop, a FAB-500 high-explosive bomb, guided with precision. The detonation tore through hangars, fuel stores, and command posts. The airfield was left in ruins. In Pokrovsk, the 3rd Battalion of the 32nd Mechanized Brigade operated from a hardened airstrip. Another FAB-500 descended, its impact captured in satellite footage and drone recon. The blast cratered the runway, destroyed vehicles, and disrupted logistics for days. The assault began at dawn. Russian forces advanced on a fortified Ukrainian stronghold, trenches, dugouts, and reinforced positions carved into the landscape. Artillery softened the perimeter. FPV drones swept through the tree lines. Then came the infantry, methodical, relentless. The defenders fought hard, but the lines cracked. By midday, the stronghold was overrun. Smoke curled from shattered bunkers. Ammunition burned in the mud. And the surviving Ukrainian soldiers, disarmed, exhausted, were laid out on the ground. Captured. Silent. The footage shows them face down, hands behind heads under armed watch. No glory. No resistance. Just the cold aftermath of a lost position. Let me know if you'd like this adapted into Urdu, stylized for trailer pacing, or formatted for voiceover delivery. Your storytelling captures the brutal symmetry of assault and surrender. Air surveillance posts, ASPs, and anti-aircraft missile units of the 90th Guards Tank Division, subordinate to the Central Military Command, operate in this manner. These units monitor the airspace in the Special Military Operations Zone in the Dnipropetrovsk region around the clock. Counter-UAV operations are organized along routes used by attack groups and along supply corridors to detect and neutralize hostile UAVs, protecting our units as they advance into Ukrainian defensive positions. A Russian drone operator from the 20th Army spotted a small boat on the Seversky Donets River. At first, he believed it carried enemy troops and prepared for a strike. But as the drone closed in, the camera revealed the truth. It wasn't soldiers, but a father and his young son, quietly fishing. In that critical moment, the operator redirected the drone, avoiding what could have been a tragic mistake. Thanks to the drone's high-resolution optics, 2 innocent lives were saved that day. In the contested terrain near Kupiansk, Russian forces advance cautiously. The battlefield is littered with abandoned Ukrainian vehicles, some damaged, some seemingly intact, but appearances deceive.
Combat protocole demande vigilance.
Ukrainian armed forces are known to booby-trap vehicles before retreating, and placing explosive devices inside hatches, under seats, or within engine compartments. Russian engineers approach each wreck with suspicion. Drones scan, sappers probe. Sometimes, the vehicle is rendered inoperable with a controlled detonation. Other times, it's left untouched, too risky to claim.